But I mean, as someone who is educated, we expect, and as someone who wants to be president, we expect him to be very fair in his assessment of this government. That wouldn't lead him to him losing support. In fact, the way he is doing things, he's losing support by the day. He's discrediting himself. For example, the statement that the Jammeh government is better than the Barrow government. That is the
he's not the only one who
but
who
if the layman in the street says that, I would just take it with a pinch of salt. If I borrow his term, his phrase yesterday, a pinch of salt. Says that in the street.
Actually, he says with a handful of salt.
Yes, exactly, but he forced a pinch of salt. So if a layman in the street says that, or if someone who was in lead counsel for the TRRC is someone who was not the man who was exposing the truth in a truth commission, getting first-hand information of the atrocities of Yahya Jammeh, I would forgive that person. If someone who...
No, he said Adama Barrow is everything minus the killings.
No, so it's not only the killings. We've seen the Jammeh Commission, what it has unearthed in terms of maladministration and the misuse and thievery of public finances under Yahya Jammeh. But if it's someone who was not born or who was very young under Jammeh's era, I would understand, because there was no experience. Anybody who, of Etta Faal statue, will sit in front of Gambians and say, Yahya Jammeh is better than President Barrow, you are really discrediting yourself. People are listening. You see, Peter, in this world, no matter how smart you are, there are people who are smarter than you. No matter how handsome you are, there are people who are more handsome than you. No matter how dumb you are, there are people more dumb. There are people who are listening to your program every day. Smart people than myself who are listening to me and dissecting every word I say. If someone like Essa, who oversaw the TRR, the truth revelations, and got first-hand information about Jammeh's atrocities, will sit here and say Jammeh is better than Barrow, then there's a serious problem.
Maybe now, he's seeing things that you and I are not seeing.
No, but I'm saying we all live in this country. Now, if Jammeh was really better, why was he not in the Gambia during the Jammeh era? Why did he invest all his capital in Senegal? And he once said it, they asked him, why did you invest in Senegal? He said, because Jammeh was here, he could not invest here, because Gambia was in safe for investment. And this is the man who now came to Gambia and want to get a piece of land to invest because he thinks New Gambia is ready for business. So that is the irony there. So I think Essa should really do himself a favor and stop discrediting himself by making such statements. We don't mind people to politic. We know Barrow will win the 2026 election. That's a foregone conclusion.
Not with 75% of
Well, I'm not sure, but I know he will win the elections. In fact, I had him mention, sometimes I don't know, I had him say something very interesting, that Jammeh won the elections by 53%.
No, Barrow.
Barrow won by 53%. But the Afrobarometer survey shows that Barrow got 27% in the survey. By the way, the Afrobarometer survey, let me just make it clear.
No, we'll get 27%.
No, the survey says 27%.
Yes.
You know, the survey was done. Now, you cannot compare...
The survey was done what? On the 2021 or
no, 2026
looking to 2026?
So Afrobarometer made a survey last year.
Yes.
And they asked the citizens. And remember, Afrobarometer just take a sample size of 1,200 people. 1,200 out of 1 million registered voters. 1,200. And you ask this 1,200, if elections were to be held today, which candidate will you vote for? And they give them a list of candidates. Out of this 1,200, 27% says that they will vote for President Barrow. 17% said they would vote for lawyer Ousainou Darboe. And the rest were like 2%, 5%, 0.2%, 0.1%.
Was your name on it as CA leader?
Unfortunately, I don't know why CA wasn't put on the list. I didn't see CA, but even APP Sobia got, I think, 0.something% if I remember right. Now, you cannot use that survey to say because Barrow got 53% in 2020, and also remember, in that particular survey, over 50% say they are either undecided, or they will not vote, or they don't know.
Over 50%?
Almost close to 50%. They say they are either undecided, or they will not vote, or they don't know. They don't want to answer the question. Now, if you use that survey to make a projection for the 2026 elections, where we have almost 1 million voters